What up, fellas? You know what time it is. Frank Bizet in the building. Another boxing episode. Looks like we got Ring 6 just announced. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Twitterson. Who you got? Will it be a great fight? Is he coming to fight? Will he get his hands hurt? Teofimo's saying that he's ducking out. He's in the gym. He's training. This is actually an elite matchup. Pound for pound, guys. You know, Teofimo coming in surprisingly as the underdog. It's wild to think that Teofimo will be the underdog in this matchup. He is the lineal champ, 140 WBO champ. They're getting a significant sum. Teofimo says upwards of 8 figures, 10 million plus. Not sure if that's true or not. It looks to be January 31st, held in New York. It is a Ring 6. It's not a Rida season, it's Ring 6. So it will be I'm assuming a card put on by Turkey Al Sheikh, but it is promoted by DAZN and Eddie Hearn. So there's a lot of storylines going into this. Number one, will it be a good fight? This is actually an exciting matchup, right? It is 2 pound for pound guys. I think they took Teofimo off for Davina Hanke. They took Canelo Alvarez off also. Also in the news, like I said, you know, the 100 million demand by Snackford, and they're condoning it. It's getting worse and worse, as you see. Also this week, you know, Teofimo and Shakur still in the headlines, but it's Pitbull fight week. Are we going for Pitbull? How do you feel about Pitbull? Will he defeat Lamont Roach, who's looking bulky? Morbid. Shakur Teofimo is going to be De Los Santos 2.0. Hard to say, right? I mean, you just assume it. I doubt that Shakira will stand and get in a firefight with Teofimo. If you think that's going to happen, it's not going to happen. I mean, the guy already said F the fans after Zepeda, right? I forget what the exact wording is, but he said basically he's not fighting like that again. That he don't care what the fans think. So, you know, we already know what you're going to get from Shakur Twitterson. But what I find interesting going in these boxing YouTube streets and the spaces is that, you know, they're really saying that Shakur is going to 12-0 this guy. That Teofimo basically doesn't have a chance. If I were a betting man, I would bet on Teofimo right now. I think it's 3-1 odds. You're getting 3-1 odds. But the deck is going to be heavily stacked against Teofimo. So, you know, he was already worried about going to Rida and facing Davina Hanke, right? But he's going to be even more concerned fighting this guy, Shakur Twitterson, who, you know, they really believe is, you know, they thought Haney was the next one. But after Ryan whooped his ass, they kind of closed the door on his fraud main runner, you know, 2.0. But now it looks like they're on the Shakur Twitterson train, and if Shakira beats Teofimo, no matter if it's good or not, right? If he just beats him, then you're looking at this guy. They're going to be talking. He's an all-time great. He's an ATG already. He'll already be, I think, 4-division world champion now. Lineal beat a pound for pound guy, so you kind of already see the media push for this guy to be the next Floyd Mayweather. You know, this will probably be the best 140. And Jay Will, salute, hit the like. This will probably be the best at 140 and best at 135 going at it. Yeah, arguably, you know, people count out Teofimo. They just do. That people count him out. They counted him out against Josh Taylor. They counted him out against Barboza. He's really always, you know, they think he's a head case. Me personally, I find him entertaining. I think his boxing, he's a good boxer. You know, he has flaws like every other fighter. Teo has had to KO Shakira any close. Yeah, you already know what time it is. You know, Shakira is already the heavy favorite. Salute Mars Box Sale. Hit the like, guys. You guys gotta hit the like. You know what I'm saying? For a play at one time. Frank Bay, you know boxing will never leave you. Could be a boring counterpunch matchup, but we'll see. Well, the odds suggest that it will be. You know, I can't see it. I can't see Shakira standing and getting in a firefight. Let's go. Salute Mexican boxing. Hit the like. You know, I can't see Shakira Twitterson standing and trading. Told you Vega hates Mexicans. I don't know. I don't care, man. I mean, people can like and hate what they want. But what I'm hearing, man, all you're gonna hear, right? You guys can listen to anybody. You know, I listen to other people too. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Frankie, salute. SGTA Apollo. Thank you. Hit the like. You guys can listen anywhere, anytime. You know, that's all you're gonna hear is the Teofimo Shakur news. But I think, you know, I give you the angle that I think is the real angle, is the real truth behind the facade, right? And that is that Shakira Twitterson is going to try to win a unanimous boring fight. What up, Frank Bay? Thank you. Pink Sexy. I can't see your you don't have an avatar, but salute. Like I said, you guys can listen anywhere. You guys can listen to anyone, and you know, so do I. I'm right there with you guys. But I like to come here and speak to you guys directly because I think you know, I see it like you guys, or we see it the same way, and all you're gonna see is Shakir Twitterson glazing. These guys are saying he's gonna win 12-0, 10-0. Just a complete disrespect for Teofimo. You know, forget how you feel about Teofimo, right? Just forget how you feel about him, right? If you think he's a head case, you know, people are saying he's racist, just like Ryan, right? It's always the same thing. You know, just like with Canelo fans, he's racist. And I always show you what these guys think, right? I always show you with the clips and the news and the facts. But they accuse this guy of sending bananas to Keyshawn Davis, and you know, he said some things. You know, I guess, what did he say? Whatever monkey wants the banana. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, to me, it's funny. It's just like with Ryan Garcia. It's funny. It's entertainment to me. But these guys get really emotional, upset, and it's okay to say I'll never lose to a white boy, or I want to catch a body, or beat up women. You know, that's fine. I mean, Roy Jones and Mosley's on roids. You know, those things are fine. You know, beating up women in parking lots like Shakira is okay. But say whatever monkey wants the banana. Oh my gosh, you cannot ever fight again. He doesn't deserve a payday. Yeah, we gotta write Teo off if he can't knock Bucktooth Beaver out. Yeah, flat-footed. We hear the same things, you know. But you know, I'm okay with it. I understand it's the entertainment business. You know, boxing is entertainment. And that's what I wanted to come here is that, yeah, I don't know yet. They haven't said, but oh yeah, and then Keyshawn, yeah, he assaulted. So these guys get away with murder. They can say and do whatever they want. You know, they're protected by the media, and the media just glosses over it, which fine. That's why we're here, because we talk about it. What has Teo ever done criminal, or what has he said that demanded that he get canceled like they wanted to? You know what I'm saying? I think he's been completely disrespected. I thought the Loma fight was close, but he's clearly talented. You know, he's just a funny dude. He's just kind of another goofball. You know, they're not bad-spirited, mean people. They're just kind of goofballs. But as far as the fight, you know, here's the news is that you know, Teo looks bad against boxers, right? Against slick boxers. You know, Sandor Martin, Jermaine Ortiz. You know, those are the fights, I think, where he said, what did he say? Do I still got it? You know, and then he proceeded to beat up Josh Taylor, and he won it pretty easily. They said Josh Taylor was washed. Arnold Barboza was undefeated, but that was kind of a lackluster, boring fight. But Teo did well. And what has Shakira done? I mean, he fought. What did you guys think about Zepeda? I thought Zepeda got robbed. And when I say robbed, I just mean he didn't get any credit. I mean, he threw 1,000 punches, had him against the rope. Oh, okay, Teo. Yeah, well, didn't Teo also say they can have the blacks if they want them? So, you know, yeah, Teo does idolize those guys. He idolizes Floyd Mayweather. But nevertheless, you know, I don't mind the trash talk. Everybody, yeah, it's the sport of boxing. You know, this is not a team sport. This is not football, NFL. There's no way to promote other than being funny or saying outrageous things, you know, just like YouTube, you know. But Ring IQ says it's a masterclass when he's on the back foot getting hit. Yeah, well, look, man. I mean, people judge fights differently. You know, I gave Zepeda a lot of points and rounds for having a pin against the ropes and swinging on him. If the guy's doing nothing back, you're not earning points. And then Shakira, you know, he kind of laughed. He did get buzzed in that fight, but I didn't see anything special. He was clearly the bigger man. Zepeda clearly lacked power, a little undersized, and yeah, he got beat. I mean, but what I'm saying is he just didn't, he didn't get any credit for anything landed. I mean, he threw a lot of body punches, and we've seen that a lot of times judges just don't reward that. Sitting back and you laying against the ropes get you points, which I don't understand how and why you think so. I seen that before. More DC, salute. You think every fight is fixed? That's funny. Allegedly, Shane Zepeda didn't have more power. Yeah, but he was clearly undersized. If you look at the fight, Teofimo and Shakur, Shakur is clearly the bigger man. Yeah, the body shots don't seem to count. Well, look, everybody gets fights wrong and right. It's just like, just because you get one fight right, don't mean you know everything. And it's easy just to go for the underdog every time. But Tio is getting no credit in this situation, which I find insane. Does anybody here give Teofimo a chance? Me personally, see, I bet with my heart and I bet with my mind. I know what my heart feels and thinks, and I know what my mind does. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. Sometimes you think with your heart and sometimes you think with your mind, and then sometimes you think with your dick. You know what I'm saying? A wise friend told me, he said, Frank, you know what? You think with your wallet, not your dick. And it always stuck with me. I'm like, damn, every time I fucked up, I thought with my dick. You know what I'm saying? But if you think with your wallet first, you'll probably never go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jay Will and Devin got a lot of credit for the body against Loma. Yeah, it just depends how you want to score the fight. 60-40 for Shakur. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that's what everybody's pretty much gonna say, because they seen how Chitlin Distributors, salute, thank you. They're gonna rob the crap out of Tio. Yeah, that's what he's. They're too easy. Frank's cousin. Yeah. Frank's cousin is too easy. I don't need to show you. Don't you like when dudes say that? I don't need to show you. Think with your weenie, Frankie. Yeah, you know what? The weenie wins out most of the time in my life. You know what I'm saying? Another wise friend told me, he said, Frank, do you know why you're not a multi-millionaire yet? I said, no, I don't know. He says, what would you do with $1 million? I said, I'd probably be on a bunch of coke and banging women all day. He said, well, that's why you're not. And that stuck with me. So, and these guys, were wealthy. And these people who told me that, they're actually very wealthy. Not millions upon millions, but good, well off. But I make a lot of mistakes because I think with my weenie. You know what I'm saying? My chorizo, but especially when I drink. So think with your wallet. So if I had to bet with my mind, I would bet with Shakur. I think he's gonna win too. But that's where I'm torn, because I want Tio to end his career. You know what I'm saying? What made boxing great was Davina Hanke losing. Do you see how everything opened up when Davina Hanke lost? Is that now he's forced to fight tough fights? As long as they can pad their record with zeros and fight electricians and plumbers like Josh Padley, and Jaron Ennis crushing cans, they're allowed to do it because they can always point to the zero. You see what happened as soon as Stankonia took a not a loss, which you should have probably lost, but even getting a draw. You see how that opened the doors for everybody. Now they can point and say, see, you're not who you claim to be. So with Tio already has a loss, so now he's kind of forced into these tough fights. So Shakira, if he takes a loss, then he'll be forced to come back on the hard road. And I think Tio, he's called out Crawford, he's called out Ennis. He's ready and willing to make these fights. You understand what I'm saying? So, what's good for boxing is for Teofimo to win, but it's going to be a long uphill battle. But, I mean, he's willing to take the fights. You know what I'm saying? They said that Teofimo has ducked Haney for years. One thing I would have to say about Teofimo is that he really didn't want to give Loma the rematch, or he didn't. And then he went off and lost to Cambosos, right? Zepeda saved Shakur's career. To be honest, he was getting heat for being boring. Yeah. Well, Zepeda, what had he really done, though? He didn't look too get against Farmer, but My thing was Apedas, he didn't get any credit. Do you guys feel he should have got credit for that? I love how none are main event fighters, Shakur and Haney, yet they say they can be the face of boxing. Well, that's the media. We've talked about this before. You know, the media pushes these guys. You know, Haney getting a disgusting fight of a win against Normal, who wasn't proven. And I did the video. I showed you guys that. Now he's back on pound for pound. And they boot Teofimo and Canelo. It's obvious what it is. It is a bias. It is an agenda, and people, you know, the people that root for these guys, of course, they like that, you know. But guys like Pitbull, Canelo, Virgil Ortiz, Benavidez, you know, they get no credit. You see, they get no shine. You see how they just kind of glossed over Bam and Benavidez instead of hyping them up, putting them at the forefront. They put guys like Shakur and Haney at the forefront. This is not by mistake. Yeah, but that's why I do. That's why I'm here calling it. Dudes really fell for. You don't like when I say I called it, but I did, Blaze. Dudes really fell for Norman hype shit. He was, yeah, exactly. He got dropped by Boca Chica and got saved because I think they stopped the fight on the cut. It don't matter what he's worked, you know. It smells like. Okay, does that? I think I know who that is. Ha ha ha, you're so original. But we the original people, man. Canelo should still be in the top 5 based on resume, but it was never going to happen. It's an agenda. They don't want to give him shine. They don't want to give, you know, they're hyping up Benavidez. They're reluctantly hyping him up just because they want to overshadow Canelo. You know, Virgil Ortiz, Bam Bam Rodriguez, you know, the list goes on. You know, a Nui, they always badmouth the Nui. And he's fighting another tough Mexican. You know, they're already trying to line him up with Bam Bam Rodriguez. But for the most part, you know, the Hankies and Booty Ennises, they get all the hype. Norman was highly over, by beating Sasaki. Dude name was Jin Sasaki. No disrespect to the Japanese, but, you know, his name was Jin Sasaki. And his head hit the canvas and he forgot where he was at. But that was supposed to be like Haney's crowning achievement. Look, the fight was disgusting. And I think, you know, that's the problem is that Shakira, he said, fuck the fans. He doesn't care about entertaining the fans. Everybody knows he's boring, but if you go around the YouTube, if you go around the media, you know, all you're going to hear and see is the glazing and he's a generational talent and he don't get hit. Yeah, he don't get hit, but does he score? I mean, the guy has brittle hands. He's afraid to let his hands go. This is the problem. I can't see him winning in exchanges with Teofimo. There's no way that he could sit there and exchange with Teofimo. Norman Jr. underdog against Santillan. Well, then, you know, you really didn't know boxing. Santillan was kind of a punching bag. You know, I love when they say, oh, he beat another Mexican. But it's like, bro, Santillan was like our minor league. You know what I'm saying? He was like a C-level fighter. You know, we weren't hyping him up like he's the next Chavez, but for them, they like to do that. Just like when Booty Ennis beat up Roman Villa, they just assumed he was Mexican and they claimed him, and then he was like Marcos Maidana 2.0, right? More DC says even if Teo comes to win against Shakur, you have to deal exactly. Look, Shakur is already the favorite. He's like a 3-1 favorite. It might go higher. That means Teo doesn't have a chance. Do you believe when Teo fans say he gets up for big fights? Look, man, any fight could be your last fight. I don't like that saying. It's kind of stupid. In the sport of boxing, any fight could be your last fight. You know what I'm saying? Salute Ferrioso. Hit the like. Guys, hit the like, hit the like. Any fight could be your last fight. Any round. Like, it's literally the sport of boxing. You know, Norman, who expected Norman to get dropped? Maybe lose, but nobody expected him to get dropped, especially from pillow hands. You know, I mean, we've seen Teo get dropped by Sandor Martin. I thought it was more of like a slip fall, but, you know, people said, oh, he got dropped. Ice says, if Mexico is so great, there wouldn't be so many Mexican Americans. Well, that's a political talk. This was, you know, Aslan before anything. But that's just, I think you're just a racist. I picked Haney to drop him. Did you? I need receipts, homeboy. We need receipts around here. You know what I'm saying? But I said the same thing. I said, the best chance for Haney is to get Norman to run Norman into something, because he was going to get desperate. I literally called it. I said that. I think it was on BDA, salute BDA, or if here on my own show. Hit the like, subscribe, share. But yeah, man, um, that wasn't a hard fight to call. Again, people hyped up Brian Norman like he was fucking dude, like Jaron Ennis. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they hyped him up like he was like pound for pound. It's just, look, man, this is a sport of boxing, bro. There's not much real boxing talk where you can get people to actually conversate, right, and have a conversation. This makes Ryan win that much greater. I'm a little lost on that. Norman looked like okay, because he beat Norman. Yeah, okay. Norman looked like he did. And why did that motherfucker go out on his shield? And Ryan didn't even train for that. Yeah, he was training by drinking beer, smashing hoes, and smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? And he lit up a Haney pack. But Norman was by no means great. But as far as Teofimo and Shakira, does anybody going for Teofimo? Now, like I said, my mind says Shakira Twitterson only, not because he's good, but only because of the politics. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the agenda, the politics, they want the next Fraud May runner. That's the only reason, right? So if rounds are close, they're gonna, just like when Ryan Norman and Davina Hanke, I had a lot of swing rounds. And so a lot of people that are saying, oh, Shakir is gonna outbox him, he's gonna just school him. Well, that tells you what they're gonna score. So, you can't trust people when they score fights, because they're clearly gonna give the swing rounds to who they favor. You've seen it with Bud and Canelo. There were a lot of tight rounds. You've seen it in Haney and Lomachenko. You've seen it in Beatball, Beterbiev. Anytime people go for one person, that's just the nature of judging, right? It's subjective. They're going to go for who they pick to win so that they look right. Even when I scored Canelo Crawford, I didn't score it. Well, I usually don't score fights when I'm watching. Only something like Shakira and Tom and Jerry's Two Matador. Yeah. Only in something like this fight will I score live, because I don't want to be biased. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to score it objectively. But watching Canelo and Bud, I think I gave the rounds to Canelo. I said, he's coming forward. I'm going to give it to him. Now, that could have been biased. I watched it again. I tried to score it, and I said, okay, if there's a close round, I'm going to give it to Crawford. And doing it when I thought the rounds were close. And when I did that, I still had it a draw. I gave Crawford maybe one round. I gave Canelo it the other way. But every time you watch a fight, especially a high-level match between good, salute, Bomb Squad, thank you, hit the like. Anytime you watch top competitors fight, it's going to be close, or it should be close. Salute, Eric. Yes, salute, Frank Bay. It's going to be close. And it just depends on who you want to win that you're going to score it for. Canelo won or draw. Yeah, the AI judge had it a draw. But when you're talking about matches, respect, thank you. When you're talking about matches like this, the people that are saying glazing Shakira, that's who they're gonna give it to. And Shakir Twitterson is such a weenie. There was a face-off between Lopez and Twitterson. I don't know if it happened today to announce the fight or before, but you can see Shakira way bigger than him. And I guess Mike Coppinger has been critical of Shakir Twitterson. And Shakir was acting butthurt that Mike Coppinger called his fights boring. And then he threatened Coppinger, telling him that he wants to fight him. It's like, how much of a weenie do you have to be? If someone doesn't kiss your ass, lick your boots, and glaze you, then they're a hater. I've never seen such weak sauce bitch shit in my life. I mean, Coppinger's kind of a cuck, but he has a right to his opinion. But you as a fighter, you kind of you should just, look the other way. Like, okay, who cares? You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't make a difference with what somebody says. Shakir is shook. He's looking and sounding real humble. In my personal opinion, he's looking like he's never looked before. He's shook. He's kind of talking, oh yeah. Oh, here it is. Let me bring it up for you guys. But Yeah, you can. Teofimo looks small, dude. I don't know, man. Maybe this is why he's the underdog. It's crazy. It is insane how this shit looks. You know. Let's see. I think it's on screen. So let's play it. Let's see how it looks.
Plans and everything, because a true master in anything in boxing, the sport, you gotta master yourself. You gotta learn how to beat yourself.
You see how much bigger he is?
If I give you all the tools on how to
look when they stand side by side. Look how much bigger. Look at he's like twice his size. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is insane.
I can tell him all the game plans and everything. Because
is it just me or does Teofimo look like a 12-year-old in there? Somebody tell me, am I tripping or what?
True master in anything in boxing, the sport, you gotta master yourself. You gotta learn how to beat yourself. So if I give you all the tools on how to beat me and I beat you,
I already know how to beat you, bro.
Nobody beat me.
I already know how to beat you.
All right, well, you guys tune in early 2026.
Easy.
It's going down. Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo.
So they're going back and forth, right? Who do you guys? So looking at that, right? Who do you got? Who would you say is gonna win that one? Just going off them standing next side by side. How these fools always look bigger when they move. Exactly. Teo's best. Teo looks like a small guy there. I mean, I don't know else how to put it. You know, it sounds kind of pause-ish, but dude, he's clearly the bigger guy in there. It's insane.
Teofimo Lopez, sugar and sweet. We're gonna make it nice and pretty for you all.
I don't like when
all
he
the
says
game
sugar,
plans and everything,
because
a true master in anything in boxing, the sport, you gotta master yourself. You gotta learn how to beat yourself.
Well, Teo definitely beats himself. You know, that's what they say. He does sometimes. He fights down to the level of his opponent, but yeah, man, I find it crazy how he is that why they're saying that he doesn't have a chance is because he's that much smaller. You know, he's the smaller man. Shakur is supposed to be the smaller fighter. He says he can still make 135, but Teo's the champion. Lino, it's crazy. It's crazy. Furioso, Teo clearly selling the fight too. Well, I guess he says it's that snack. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be something. I mean, this guy was squeezing down to one. This guy Shakur was, you know, when he fought Valdez, he was going down to 126. So now they're showing the highlights of was he even. What do you guys think about this? You know, let's see. Let me see.
Defeat to move around Shakur.
I seriously doubt it, man. Shakur is a whole different type of animal. His ring IQ is up there with the best. He's getting literally, I don't know how many times we've seen 2 pound-for-pound fighters.
Okay, why are they showing the plumber? I mean, the Zepeda highlights look bad, but him beating up the plumber.
And maybe Teo has the feet to move around Shakur.
I seriously doubt it, man. Shakur is a whole different type of
I mean, those are pity pats.
Animal. His ring
Dude, there's nothing on those punches. Look. Okay, it looks bad, but if you're looking, I mean.
Yes. And maybe Teo has the feet to move around Shakur.
Is there anything on those punches?
I seriously doubt it, man. Shakur is a whole different type of animal. His ring IQ is up there with the best. He's getting literally, I don't know how many times we've seen 2 pound-for-pound fighters sparring.
Why are they glazing the? Why are they glazing beating up a electrician? This guy was literally working his day job, and they called him. That's what they were doing, right? That's what happened. This guy came off the couch, and I guess Max Kellerman is getting shit because Max Kellerman. Well, no, that was against for Bud, but Max Kellerman is saying that Shakira has everything to lose, and Teo has everything to gain. So it's kind of they're flip flopping the Bud Crawford 100 million. They're saying Bud has everything to lose. Now they're saying Shakira has everything to lose. Do you see the media slant and bias? It's like they really are angling for these guys to, take out the foreigners on the pound for pound. You know, they want to bring American boxing back, which is fine. I understand. But it's just a whole lot of glazing, man. It's a whole lot of glazing with this shit. It just, how about what I try to do is have a level, clear head and bring it to you how I see it. The glazing, Shakir 12 owes him. It's crazy, man. Eddie Hearn is promoting the fight, so that's another story angle. But does anybody give Teofimo a chance? How do we feel? They're also talking about Jermell Charlo, Caleb Plant on the 31st too. But does anybody give Teofimo a chance? Is it unfair? Am I out of my element for saying that Teo's being disrespected? Who has Shakur really beat? Zepeda? Okay, I think that's a good win. But should he get credit for having Nugent? You give him a chance? A chance or a good chance? Would you bet Defo? Would you give well, yeah, I know definitely, but what I'm saying is 60-40 Shakur. What I'm saying is, would you bet on Teo? Would you bet on him as the underdog? Hit the like. I dropped the link if anybody wants to speak for a little bit. But yeah, man, I mean, all you're gonna see is Shakur glazing. I mean, the whole timeline, you know, the Twitter feed, social media is just nothing but Shakur and Teo. That is pretty much stealing the headlines. Okay, Eric, we were just said that somebody says they don't like when they talk about whatever Teo shows up. You know what I'm saying? It's the zone and Eddie hates Teo. Yeah, he already said that after the Cambozo fight. You know, he was in his face talking shit to him. You know, I'm sure Eddie Hearn did not appreciate that. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I'd be like, fuck this guy. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like I said, man, it looks like Shakira, Teo's going to need a knockout. You know, when I said that, somebody got mad at me. Somebody got mad. They said I was trolling because I said Teo's clearly going to need a knockout. He's probably, you know, they got mad at that. They said, oh, you think it's fixed? You think he doesn't have a chance? You think, oh, so, and then he tried to say, oh, you know Shakur's going to outbox him? I said, no, I just know that if it's close, they're going to give it to a Shakira. That's just how they score the fights. Teo's not going to have top ranks protection. Well, he's getting a lot of money for it. So, you know, it's not really going to matter. So it is DAZN, Ring 6, January 31st, New York City. So they haven't said the destination, but it is on. Unless Shakur breaks his hand like he did last time and we don't get it. 90, I hear 90-10 for Shakur. Now, are you saying that because you think he's just better, or are you just kind of basing it off of how you know they're going to score the fight? If Teo was better mentally, it would be 50-50. Shoot, man. But I don't think Teo has a mental problem. I don't think he does. I think he just, you know, he can't fight a certain way. He needs somebody to come towards him. He's a counterpuncher himself. So that's why people think it's going to be a boring fight. You know what I'm saying? It's two guys on the back foot, kind of going to fill each other out, a chess match, and that just doesn't make for a good fight. You know, but they're both pound for pound guys. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder if we're gonna get a lot of holding, a lot of grappling. Teo Senior instructions are garbage. Yeah, you know, when he was telling his son to get him out of here, knock this motherfucker out against Cambozo, it was strange. Now they said that was because Teo was hurt and he could have died in the ring. Roach is moving up. Do you see the pattern going on? Yeah, these guys shrink down. I mean, that's just kind of how boxing is now. Teo is more athletic. In fact, yeah, I think he is. Shakur's not necessarily athletic or fast. He's just he's a good boxer, you know. He is a good boxer. The cut judges gives Zepeda let's see. The cut judges gives Zepeda 2 rounds, bro. Teo already down. Yeah, I mean, you got to look at that. If you look at Zepeda's volume and work rate, I mean, to not give him any rounds is insane. But that just tells you what they're scoring. They don't count volume. They don't count aggression. I don't know what they count. They count, just defense, which shouldn't really count. You still got to score, But yeah, you know what? Teo did look bad when he fought Sandor. Sandor was running a lot. Why do all these people cheat? Look at their Porter shrinking to welter when he fought Usyk in the amateurs. Well, that's when you have the snack element, right? A lot of times they do it once they get to the pros because they get more money and they can afford better stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, look, it's obvious. You can see Shakur he blows up out of the ring. You know, Teo, he looks in fighting shape. And what if he is kind of gaining weight? You're saying he's going to be even smaller? And then Shakir is going to hydrate again to what you've seen in that clip. That's the crazy part. You know what I'm saying? But nobody says these things. Nobody kind of, nobody really breaks it down like that. Like say, man, that's crazy that Teo looks so small in there. And this guy's like twice his size. Imagine on fight night. And yet this guy was able to shrink down to 126. But, but they're going to say Shakir was a smaller man. That's crazy, right? They're going to say, just like they said that Crawford was a smaller man, even though when they got in the ring, he looked bigger. They're going to say the same thing about Shakir. Oh, he's the smaller man. It's just more glazing. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. They're just hyping these guys up. I think I dropped the link. Hit the like, hit the link if you want to hop on. Tell me who you think is going to win. Is it a good fight? What do you think? It's going to be pay-per-view. So if it's pay-per-view, they're going to stack the card. Is it going to be what, $50-$60 for the pay-per-view? I think they said it's exclusive to DAZN. What do you guys think about it? Are you willing to buy the fight? Is that a fight that you say is main event worthy, is worthy to buy, or you need a stack card, or it's the Fire Stick Boys? I don't know. I think it's not going to be an exact no. So I got one no. Hit the like, hit the like. I got a no. It's not going to be an entertaining fight. Team Fire Stick Boys. The only thing, salute, Bone, salute. The only thing is those streams are not quality. They're just not. You know what I'm saying? Not that I steal the fights, but just watching, movies on there. They cut out. That you lose stream. It's just not fun to watch. Shakur daring to be great, man, yet he has the height and reach advantage. Yeah, that's what Max Kellerman said. Max Kuckerman say, oh, he's daring to be great. What is with all this daring to be great shit? You just fucking fight. When Canelo went and fought Bivol, I didn't say, oh, he's daring to be great. I didn't use that constantly. He's daring to be great. Unless there's a solid team stream fast. Those streams are unreliable. They go out. I hate that. Unless an undercard with Mexicans. Yeah, they'll put some Mexicans on there to add. You know what I'm saying? But, I think if you got the DAZN, you get the pay-per-view for free. Not free, but you pay the entire package. But it depends on the undercard. Canelo got no credit for all his... Yeah, but that's the thing. The daring to be great, it just sounds weird. Watch, when Inouye fights Bam, they're not going to say he's daring to be great. They're just saying that he needed to move up to get a challenge. But they don't say daring to be great. You know what daring to be great is like a fallback. So that if he loses, he doesn't lose any clout. Canelo should have dared to be great against Benachichis. Well, the reality, Bones, is that he got paid more for Snackford than he would have against Benachichis. That's just the reality. Team Met streams. Yeah, I agree. Look, man, if Teofimo Shakur, you don't want to buy it, I would understand. It's boring. But, if you want to watch it in quality, watch it with friends, that's probably the best way. It's just there's not many boxing fans. Fook DAZN. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see. Let me do one thing and I will add you to the stage. Make sure you're not a troll. I don't think you are. But, yeah, man, hit the like. I'm going to bring people up if they want to join. Aha, nice thumbnail. Hello.
What's happening?
What's up, Furioso?
What's going on then?
Man, we're just, breaking down the Shakir Twitter
and stuff.
Huh?
Look, like I was saying on the other channel that you hopped on sort of earlier on.
Uh-huh.
When I was starting to give my narrative, I was sort of accused of being racist and all sorts. Oh, they went crazy at me. You know what they're like, them sort of dudes.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
They're straight away, I'm racist. And then
Well, you
when
know
I
what?
start saying I'm Portuguese, also I'm a slave owner.
Well, you know what? As
I
soon as
feel quite hurt, actually. I think I'm going to need fucking therapy.
look, if you
I've
don't
been
speak
called
like this,
racist
man.
today and a slave owner just over boxing. Crazy.
Well, look, if you don't speak like this, man, they assume that I was like white or Mexican. They don't know who I am. They just said, "Oh, we don't." They just got extremely racist and rant. So they already know what you sound like. You know what I'm saying? So they're already gonna assume you're the man.
Yeah, so it's yeah, it's one of those scenarios. But with the Teo thing, I was saying he's definitely going to be the sales pitch. He's the one that, when I say he's selling the fight, I mean he's the mouthpiece, isn't he? He, he's quirky. He's got out all the controversy. He was also accused of being racist, and he's been accused of everything, hasn't he? Really, absolutely everything. A cook.
Yeah, cook for like a
His
minute.
missus.
Give me
This
one
guy's
thing.
been accused of everything, so he's kind of backs to the wall. He really is backs to the wall. I admire his balls, though. He's always, from day one, win or lose, he's always called the best guy out. None of this fucking about this and that. And, I've always given him credit for that. Always will do. I have to. Obviously, he's had the mishap with Cambosa's massive mishap. But overall, he's performed, and he's about it. He is about it. He calls the guys out, and I like his trolling at the minute. He's been trolling Crawford for a long while. And even back then, he was like, he would give Canelo shit. I'll fight Canelo, I'll fight Crawford, whether he's trolling or not, I'd believe him. So anyway, but I think he needs a bloody knockout to win. He definitely needs a knockout to win, the guy. He's not going to win on points, which it's going to go to points. Because these guys are as good as each other. I really do think they're as good as each other, so just, in their own way. So they'll neutralize each other to a decision. Like we saw with, was it with not with Haney, but did Haney end up going to a decision? I even forgot about that.
The Haney and Norman.
Yeah,
that went the full 12. I mean, he got the knockdown.
12. Yeah, that's what I mean. It'll be one of those, because Shakur, he'll be sort of safe. I think Teo will also be cautious, but Teo can win the fight on the outside. I really do think that. The in and out stuff and around Shakur, he can do his work around it. If he does a combination of Josh Taylor performance and Loma, which he fought on the outside, especially half the fight, and stacked up the points and the rounds, he could do it to Shakur. But the thing is, Shakur will be trying to do it himself. Because Shakur knows he just has to do enough, stay out of trouble, he'll get the round, won't he?
Yeah, that's the problem.
That is the problem we have. So that's an Achilles heel for Teo, a massive Achilles heel, because he has to shine more in the rounds than Shakur has to. If you know the score,
he's already a huge, not huge underdog, but being the lineal champ, being the champion, he's the underdog. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, look at the fucking price. Well, they're saying so that I've heard. I can't find the odds, but I'm hearing he's nearly 4-1, 3.5-1.
Yeah,
plus
that's crazy.
350. And so if that's right, that tells you the powers that be, the business, everything, they know Shakur's a high entity. He's an American. They're trying to make him that guy, you see. I've always said he's got a romantic name.
A romantic
in America.
name?
No, in America it's romantic. It was Shakur.
Because it's
it is. And then Stevenson, which is it is. The people like that, I know they do. There's a certain demographic in America that loves that, and that Shakur Stevenson, they get all two-packed. They do. They get all dizzy. They just they sound like all eyes on me. They get all nice and dizzy, and they think it's Tupac Shakur. They've even tried to make this narrative that not that he's related, no, but there was some like narrative that they tried to associate him with Tupac, some family member of Shakur's.
Is related to him?
Quite a few years ago.
Is related to him?
No, not in relation. Some family member. They were trying to associate with associate him with Shakur.
Oh, okay.
Through a family member. This was a few years ago. I don't know the story fully and whatever, but yeah, he's the American guy, isn't he?
Yeah, well, yeah, he's an Olympian, but the style is just like there's no way you can enjoy watching this guy.
Yeah, but that's the problem when those tight rounds happen, which there will be, because they'll be, especially say it's the first 3 rounds. I think a couple of rounds that they'll be sussing each other out. No one want to commit. Those sort of rounds when there isn't anything in it. And we also one saying Tia, one saying Shakur, they will be giving it to Shakur.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. You said that you were on that show earlier. That's what I said. I said because they're saying Shakur beats him 12-0, 10-2 easy. So it's bro, you that just tells you that you're already filling out your scorecard ahead of time.
It's unbelievable. That's why it's a wrap. This motherfucker Tio. He really does need a knockout, or
he needs and they try to kick me out of that place because I said that. They said, "Oh, you think you're trying to say it's a conspiracy?" No, bro, we already seen that, like how they scored the fights. They didn't give Zepeda any round. Remember that Zepeda fight? They didn't give him any credit.
No, Zepeda, he was beaten before the.
I mean, he lost. Okay,
look, the fight.
He lost, but it's like, damn, they couldn't even give him 3 rounds.
Yeah, they made Zepeda. I was saying Zepeda way before the fight, but on fight week when they dropped that documentary, I remember me and Rep and whatever we covered it. They dropped the documentary, and this motherfucker was crying on the documentary, saying, "No, I didn't take drugs, this, that, and the other." I said, "Nah, this ain't the guy that's winning." It's They did some scandal on him, Shakur. Accused him of drugs and this and that. So basically, all eyes were on Zepeda. This motherfucker couldn't even take a fucking anything. It's not like he couldn't take drugs, but he was hounded. Basically, he was hounded. Yeah. He was.
So, do you think Shakur is gonna win this fight?
Unfortunately. If you put a gun to my head, like for instance, the Benavidez Yard thing, Shitlin just wrote in the chat earlier on. If you put a gun to my head, yeah, I was, Benavidez. I said it. It was out there. I did say this, but with I could see Yard potentially doing something, and there was that thing where I've always capped for Yard. Yeah. It's kind of become a sad joke, quite frankly, at this point. Frankly, a sad joke at this point. There was the whole lines in the camp and all that, and it was just a mess around.
I mean, when I watch,
but like I said, Benavidez. So if you put a gun to my head, Shakur, I say Shakur because he's got so much on his side. He's got the industry. The refs, which is tied together. He's good enough to go the distance and win, say, 4 rounds, 5 rounds.
Right.
If he wins 4 or 5 rounds, this is crazy. It's such an easy narrative to read this one. If he wins 4 or 5 rounds, he wins the fight. Tio's the one who has to put in a 10-2, an 11-1. On the
but even then.
Class.
But
which I think he's capable of, though. That's the funny thing about it.
Yeah, but how? Because even then, right? Let's say Shakur is running, right? And Tio's just getting peppered with a flicking jab. And so how is he going to win it? Like, even if he lands like 3 or 4 hard, significant punches, and you're like, okay, I give him that round. You know he's not going to be able to win that round if he's getting peppered by a flick jab and maybe a 1-2.
I think Teo can counter that. I think Teo can be in and out. And
okay. What if I throw you this in the?
He
has to at least drop him. If Teo can win if he drops him. If he doesn't drop him, he will not win.
He can drop him. I think he can drop him like
with like one of those quick hooks.
Dare I say, Danny Garcia did Amir Khan.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna.
No, but seriously, on some counter, he could do. Although Shakur doesn't leave his head sort of forward or anything, he's always back and tall and safe and behind his jab, and he has.
Yeah, he's gonna be. And did you see the clip that I played? That like Shakur is obviously the bigger guy.
Is he?
Yeah, you didn't see when they're standing side by side. You see how small that.
In what way? Width or
all the
height?
above. All the above.
All the above, is he? Damn.
Well, I played the clip where they're side by side. They're talking smack to each other.
Yeah, I did see that, but I didn't see any significant.
Really.
Different, not crazy difference. I didn't see one more. I didn't see
like
Loma Haney difference.
Okay. Well, no, I'm gonna look at this. See right there where they're side by side.
Hold on, let me put this.
You can clearly see Teo's way smaller, dude. Way smaller. Look how small he is.
Yeah, I see.
Look at this guy's fucking head. That's not the way they're positioned. Look at his fucking head. It's 3 times that kid's size. And Teo has a hat on. Look how small Teofimo looks. Oh, zoom in. Gosh. So do you see it or is it just optical illusion?
It's I'm getting feedback.
You're getting feedback. Oh, because it's the window that I have on.
That's all right then. You mute it.
Okay, let me see.
Is it pot?
Okay, can you hear me now?
1, 2.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you,
well, just look at the screen and I'm gonna take it off.
Yeah, I can see the screen. Yeah. I mean, he is tall, big shoulders, everything.
Yeah, look how big his head is. Look how goddamn big his head is, and then look at the shoulders. Teo looks like a 12-year-old next to him.
Do you trust that picture? Is it moving? Is it a moving picture? Is it still?
That's a still shot. I paused the video.
I don't trust her. But was it of a moving interview?
Was it the? Yeah.
I'm just saying, has it been tampered?
No. That's from the telecast.
All right, from the tele. Yeah, you took it from the telecast. Okay.
Yeah.
Because these motherfuckers out here, they can.
No, that's a legit.
They can do anything now.
Yeah. No, that's straight off of Twitter. I mean, I'm pulling up the Twitter. I didn't. Take it from anything.
The thing is, you got to look at it this way. One's got a Bruce Lee top on, and the other one's got a baggy T-shirt. So I also have to look at it that way.
Yeah. No, I mean, I see it. Just
the other, but yeah, he does look broader and taller. Yes, I get you definitely.
Yeah, and you would think guys like that, man, they should be able to punch and fight, but he's gonna run for his life, man. I don't see him. He
will do it. I think Teo's got he's more than capable. His skills, he's more than capable, and his athletic ability. I think he's faster than Shakur. I think he's got better twitch, muscle shit. He's the better athlete by absolutely miles, literally miles, as in. Shakur's not athletic in the sense that obviously he's got his boxing down, but in terms of like his natural body athleticism, as in somersaults, just flips, or gymnastics, that sort of shit, which to me is an impressive attribute. and I think can contribute to your ability. He's much better than Shakur, much better. He's faster. I think he's got better footwork. The only thing that I think Shakur's got a bit more on lock is I think maybe he's got a tighter defense. Teo can be loose on his defense, and like he tries different things. He goes into the Philly shell, then it's the bob and weave. You know, he gets caught up in his defense. Where Shakur is more assured with his lock defense, and you know his jab and head way behind his jab. He ain't getting caught flush too many times.
Yeah, with Teo,
but Teo's got he's faster. He can hit harder. He can break through that, I believe.
the first question I have is well, it looks like Teo's gonna have to be the aggressor, right? He's gonna have to walk this guy down, which he's not good at. But can Shakur gain his respect with by punching?
But I don't think he necessarily has to be the aggressor. I think if he does the Lomachenko shit and all that, it's like, no, and not give in. As in, because that, not give in to what Shakur wants and what everybody expects. Oh, you have to be the aggressor. I'm going to sit back behind my jab. I'm I think Teo should be the one, play the A side, play the guy who's bosses the ring, the one who says, no, you come to me, bitch, or else we will have a stalemate and all that. I don't think he has to necessarily play into Shakur's hands, like, you know, they're saying, oh, he has to go and get it, he has to, like, initiate, he has to, you know. No, I think he can do it both ways, really. What you're saying, yeah, go for it, but he can also sit back and try and box the motherfucker. With
Here's
reflexes.
let's watch this.
With ambidextrous style.
See, Zepeda pieced him up. Zepeda pieced him up a little bit right there.
Never hit flush.
Look, Zepeda pieced him up. He didn't get no credit for a little bit. He ate a couple shots there, but Zepeda got no credit that fight.
The thing is, Shakur, he shrunk his fighters, though. He did. The guys he fought, he shrunk them all. He shrunk Zepeda. Not Zepeda, he shrunk, what was Valdez?
What do you mean by shrunk him?
As in, the way, as in he comes so much bigger, this motherfucker. And he's missed weight before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you mean now.
And then, you know, he's like, he looked much bigger than, you know, the Valdez fight, the one who was crying, whatever. And
okay,
then
I think
then he shrunk Conceição. He missed weight.
Okay, so this is a better angle. This is a better angle. Okay, they're standing side by side. This is not. Can you see it?
Yeah. The height is not much. It's like a Crawford Canelo.
Look, you can clearly see how much bigger he is. Look at his head compared to Teo's head.
Look at
that damn head. look at the shoulders.
Look at their elbows. Their hands. They both got their hands in the same position. Yeah. Look at their elbows. Point on the elbows. They're pretty much the same level.
They're saying echoes, but it's because I have the Twitter on.
Yeah, but you see it. Put the arrow on the elbows where their hands are up. Look there, yeah. To the other look. It's pretty even level. You see what I'm saying?
I think
I'm talking about the height, and the measurements in that aspect. So they had their arms both up, and they're not. It's not far off, but Shakur's bigger, yes, definitely.
To me, it's a noticeable. I know what you're saying. Is there still echo, guys? It should be off. It's just because I have the Twitter.
No,
well, there's going to be an echo unless I think we both have to mute. They want to see the video. Okay, let me.
Yeah.
I think if we both mute, you mute, and I'm a mute, and then I'm gonna play it. Can you mute? Okay.
So look, after I beat Teo, We could do a sparring match with me and Mike.
You,
I'm down.
Hey,
You
somebody
down?
clip that. No.
I use one hand and tie one behind my back.
You stick to that.
But the best part is if you do beat, so at least you got
So,
that.
so look, after I beat Tio,
Yep.
we could do a sparring.
You can unmute now, man. I want to take it down. Furioso, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I think go
ahead.
I think Shakur. I think Tio's sort of like, should I say, he's fit. He's not in fight season, but I think he's training.
Yeah, he did. He said he's
whereas the other
training.
guy, he's yet to start the camp. I think Tio's been the guy who's been working, to be honest.
Good,
So
or you can talk, or I'm gonna boot you.
Basically, I'm
Hey,
saying he's
well,
more
I didn't wanna-
prepared in the
I
way.
didn't want to jump in front of this guy, dude. Calm down. You can chill out. I know you don't know shit about boxing. But I'm gonna
Okay. Go ahead.
Teofimo doesn't stand a chance. Shakur's gonna box his ears off. If that is an absolute fact, who is he beaten? He, he lost to Camboza, for Christ's sakes. I mean,
Are you gonna bet
you
your
really
house
think-
on it if you're that confident?
yeah, I am. I bet
Let's
both
show the
my houses
receipt.
on it.
Both. Okay. Show the receipt.
Well, I haven't made the bet yet.
What have you bet on Shakira before?
No, I think he's boring. I just know he's a way better boxer than.
He's your favorite fighter, then? Not favorite, but do you think he's the best out there?
No, I ride with Keyshawn Davis.
You mean the guy
Really?
who missed weight? That bum?
Yeah.
Your standards are not very high.
Yeah, Keisha Davis. Damn.
I mean,
couldn't
you're
even
a-
make weight.
Damn, I
Yeah,
thought
Teofimo fan. Come
you'd
on,
come
dude.
out with some,
Come on
Well,
now.
who said I'm a
heavy
Teofimo
standards.
fan?
I mean, you got his face, and this other guy has him as a chicken.
Do you understand irony and comedy? I'm obviously being ironic.
Well, I don't think you're very funny or.
Well, you don't
comedic
have
at
a
all.
sense of humor.
I do. I just don't find you funny.
Where are you
Well,
from,
you,
then,
you said
mate?
I'm a
Are you
fan,
from
so
New
you
York?
obviously don't get it.
Are you from New York, by any chance?
Yeah. Do you want to meet up?
Unless you're on a broken nose.
Oh, come on, dude. I'm not as scared of Teofimo fans.
Who said nobody
Dude,
here's a Teofimo fan?
You
Will?
just, yeah, you New York, you're Shakur, aren't you? That's your guy. Yeah, you're rocking with your guy, dude. Good on you, but...
He's lying. He's not going to bet the house. See, this is what these guys do. He's
Which-
going to win.
I got
da, da,
two.
da, da. Show it. Prove it. I got a mansion.
Shakur would beat Ryan and... Oh, you do? Give us a little tour real quick.
Exactly. That's how easy it is to be done.
How?
You're the one talking about betting houses because I'm not.
Because
gonna,
you sounded so confident. You said, I don't know shit. So
I
I'm
am
like,
confident. I could say that Teofimo's gonna lose without this fucking
then
retard.
bet the
going,
house on it.
Oh, dude, bet the house on it, dude.
Well, you sound ignorant.
Are you
came
about
in
to?
hot.
I'm ignorant.
Put
because I
your
called
money
you
where your
retarded?
mouth is. Put your money
Why
where
do
your
I
mouth
have to bet
is.
on every fight when I just think
Because you're
Teofimo's
coming in
hot?
talking shit. So put your money where your mouth is.
Well,
What
yeah,
was the
because I
last
joined.
bet?
I
What was
joined
the
in the
last
first
bet you
second.
put?
Within a few seconds, you go. You better talk, or I'm gonna boot you.
What was the last time you put your house on a fight? Seriously. Before this one.
Yesterday.
Which one then? What fight?
When John Cena was going against Rey Mysterio's son.
Okay, this guy's a lame.
Anyway, so let me guess, you're a Jake Paul fan too.
What? What do you just assume a lot? Are you even a boxing fan? I mean, I don't think you are.
You definitely
no,
don't sound a
no,
boxing
I-
fan on your Keyshawn Davis fucking.
Yeah,
train.
yeah. Imagine I pull that. You're not a boxing fan, and I pull out a name like Keyshawn Davis.
You come out here and you reckon Keyshawn's the guy? Come on.
No, I didn't say he was
For
the
real.
guy. I just said I find him entertaining when he makes
What's
weight
entertaining?
and fights.
What's entertaining about him? These ring
I just
walks.
like the way. No, the way he puts his shorts on. I like the tassels.
The tassels.
Yeah, this guy's a clown. I mean, I don't think he watches boxing. It's kind of obvious. Maybe he just knows Keyshawn because that's where he's from. But I doubt he ever bets on matches or puts his money where his mouth is.
Yeah, 'cause that makes you a boxing fan if you bet on him.
Well, no, when you come in like you're talking, saying I don't know shit, and I'm a Teofimo Glazer.
Well, yeah, because I joined, and within like 5 seconds, you better talk, or I'm gonna boot you when your friend was talking.
Exactly.
I'm sorry that you want me to interrupt him to talk. Is that what you wanted?
No, people speak in turn. What happens is people.
That's what I was waiting for. You fucking retard.
Okay, I'm done with this guy. Fuck that guy. He's an idiot. Hello.
Who's that?
I don't know. He's a weirdo.
He's on his. He's
on. I told him.
Davis.
You know, I tell people to talk because you know they D-bomb you on here. So I told him to talk. He's a weirdo. He's obviously weird.
No, but he's Keyshawn Davis.
No, it wasn't by mistake, dude. It's just you're coming in talking stupid. Have some sense.
He's normal, my friend.
Well, have some sense.
Hey, Guna, the thing is, I think you're on your Keyshawn because Keyshawn's part of the Shakur gang, isn't he? With Crawford. They're all a clan.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like Crawford either?
Snack
it's not a case of liking who I like. It's a case of they are in a group, aren't they? They support each other.
They are in a group.
Buddies.
You got Shakur as a chicken. You said Keyshawn is just, what? That's so weird to be a fan of Keyshawn Davis, and then you drop Crawford. So I'm assuming, and this is just me assuming, you were backing Canelo in that fight.
I predicted Crawford to win.
But you wanted Canelo to win.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And you're going to question who I like in boxing.
Well, who do you like?
You like who you do like. Yeah.
I just like Keyshawn Davis. He's the only boxer I know.
I don't get
when you came out with Keyshawn
I like his
Davis,
tassels.
I also knew you were part of that group, that clan too.
I never really have been a Crawford fan. I fucking...
Hey, Furioso, can you hold it down for like a couple minutes?
Yeah, I can talk to just
but I have to like
fan.
remove him because I don't know, he sounds weird. I'll bring him back, but just hold it down for like couple minutes.
Yeah. Where's this dude? I wanted the Keyshawn Davis breakdown with him. Keyshawn Davis, you're camping for yeah, they're part of the Brotherhood. Keyshawn Davis, Crawford, Shakur, they all support each other. They all buddy up.
Yo.
And they...
Yo, okay, my bad. I had to do some real quick. Okay, he's back.
Hey, thank you for bringing me back on.
Well, I don't know who you are. That's why. And you came in talking shit.
Well, I only came in talking shit because you told me to talk when your friend was talking. I didn't know you wanted me to interrupt him.
I'm gonna explain this to you one last motherfucking time. I said I do that to everybody because people D-bomb you. So I had to know who you are and you need to speak right away before I kicked you off. But that's why I did it. Stop being dense, dude.
Yeah, okay, let me say it slow for you because I don't think you're really educated. When someone else is talking,
show your education. Show your education. Let's see the paperwork.
You want to see the Hold on.
Can I show your college diploma
can I at least
or
knock
PhD?
Can I say it without the name?
The name of what? No, just show your diploma.
Like my real name. Why am I going to show you my real name? That's on my college degree. It has my real name on it.
Okay, so black it out.
Oh, so you just want me to take a picture of it?
Well, yeah, something to prove it.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, you come in talking shit.
Because I'm trying to explain that your friend was talking. You're telling me to talk over him. I'm like, I'm new here.
Dude, I just explained to you. Are you fucking slow?
No, I think you're retarded because you don't have social skills. I think you just talk over everybody. So when your friend's talking, you're like, "Hey, talk." I'm like, "Okay, you want me to interrupt this guy? Because this is why I'm not talking."
Okay, You obviously don't understand why I said what I said.
No, I know what you're saying because you thought I was gonna dick bomb you or something.
Exactly.
But your friend's talking, so why am I gonna talk?
Because I told you, I said just say something.
Then why don't you tell your friend, "Hey, shut up, you dumb fucking retard"? You and her go.
You're an idiot. I'm done. I can't deal with idiots. I mean, if you want to talk shit, you can talk shit. But hello,
He's
I'm not. You're not gonna be able to have a conversation with someone like that.
He's trolling. He's trolling.
Yeah.
He's trolling, isn't he?
Yeah, he's trolling.
He's getting in there.
Anyway.
He's getting in there hard, isn't he?
I don't know that he came in like ridiculous.
That's the thing. You see, Shakur's got a lot of. This just proves to you what an A-side Shakur is, actually, because this guy's come in all hard for Shakur, and that just proves it to you. It's like it's a foregone conclusion. Look at his attitude. His attitude, which is, I believe, is most of America, is, you know, Shakur's an astronaut. He came from another planet. That's how they see
hilarious.
This guy. Look how he was talking, how easy. He was like he was bread and butter. That was actually good that he came on.
You know what? Guys like that have
proves.
You know what it is? I'm gonna say
saying.
something controversial. Guys like him have pictures of Mike Tyson and Michael Jordan, and they say, I can't be racist. You know what I mean? Like, I love Michael Jordan and Mike Tyson. That's the kind of guy he is, right? He wears like Jordans and listens to I don't know, drill rap. But stuck in the suburbs. And then he hears, oh, Shakur, he's the next fraud May runner. Let me root for him.
Yeah, I don't think I can't wait for it's going to be a great fight, because I cannot wait to see Shakur trying to get more than, like I said, 4 or 5 rounds. I give them max.
Teo, he needs a knockdown. He obviously needs a knockdown or something. Because even Zepeda, remember he got that punch in the second or third round, and they still gave him no credit. I think that's literally the only round they gave him, aside from maybe the last round where Shakira ran.
Yeah, he has to. He definitely got to, I mean, he's. I don't know. I think he can win. He can win. He can win those rounds. I think he's got the skills. He's got the skills, the ability. You know, it's not like he's not. It's as if this guy's fucking a Brian Norman or something. You know, he ain't no fucking Brian Norman.
That's a good point.
He was also at the highest level.
Do you think it's even going to be entertaining? I mean, or is it going to be boring?
No.
Hello?
No, I don't think it. I think it can be entertaining, but it can also be a like a stalemate, so to speak. If say Teo doesn't want to engage, if they're both sort of like, you know, hesitant, yeah,
right.
But it can be a case of one of the guys, say Teo's presses or whatever, and we can get an all action, but it can also be a boring ass fight.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be boring. It's gonna be boring because Shakur, he said "fuck the fans," so he doesn't care.
That's what I mean. He's not gonna break his neck to appease the fucking audience. As if fuck and put on a spectacle. No, he ain't.
Yeah, that's what he said after the Zepeda fight. I think he said, "I don't need to impress the fans. I can fight however I want to fight."
I don't give a fuck about the fans. So basically, we're saying, fuck the fans. I'm here to get the W. I'm not here to do somersaults or anything extras.
Yeah, that's his. Well, that's how those guys fight, right? Like, you know, he cries about his hands. I think he's broke his hands 2 times now. He pulled out against like Cordina, and who was the other guy that he broke his hand against? I think it was the Padley fight. The first time that he's supposed to fight Zepeda, I think he broke his hand.
He's had 2 broken hands, has he?
Yeah, it looks like they sparred already. Ooh, Shakira got pieced up in sparring. I guess the sparring video's out. They sparred before.
Shakur and who? Teo.
Yeah, there's footage of them sparring.
There is-
It's not
there
very
is.
much, but let me play it real quick. You guys want to see it? It's
Yeah,
like
put it
2
up.
seconds.
What
It's
was
2
their
seconds, though.
ages? Are they the same age?
It's
Right,
damn
is
2
what's the rate?
seconds. Let me see if I can bring it up because that fuck face. Forgive me for the echo, dude. Sorry, but yeah, it's gonna happen. Or mute. We'll mute. Mute your mic, Furioso, real quick, and I'll mute. Okay, you can come back. Teal fucking cracked him. Do you guys see that? Teal fucking cracked him. Oh shit! Furioso, you still there? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. But did you see the reflexes
Of who?
of Teo? There was a left hook there. Was that
Yeah, he
Shakur
cracked
landing
him.
it?
Yeah, no, that's Teo. Teo's in
That's
the
on.
left. Teo's. Let's
Play
watch it one
that
more
again.
time. Okay.
Play that again.
Oh, okay. No, I think you're right. Was that Shakur who landed that? Okay, I'm confused.
Play
now.
that again. Play again.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm confused now. Or I don't know if that's them. I thought it was them. I'm just playing whatever. My bad. Oh, that's Devin and Shakur. Okay. I just seen. I thought they have sparred
It
before.
looked like two black guys, Devin and Shakur.
Oh, that's not Teo. I thought it was. I thought I seen someone say
I
they
don't
sparred
think it
before.
was Teo. But I think they have sparred. I think they have
Yeah,
sparred.
that's what I'm saying. I think they have.
They have. I think I've seen something out there. Or was it Tank? They sparred with Tank.
I think they've all sparred. They've all been in the same gyms.
Yeah,
but,
they've all sparred. Teo's definitely sparred all these guys when he was younger and all that. He was about that. Even in sparring back in the day, he would want to challenge everybody, even when he was younger than the others. Just like he's now wanting to fight the best guys. He's saying he wants Crawford. Whether he's capping
yeah,
or not.
he was calling out Jerron Ennis and Crawford and everything.
Yeah, you got to give him, he's being ballsy. Whether he's capping or not, he's still, trying to call shots.
Yeah, well, thank you, Furioso. Sorry to cut it short. I got to run.
Yes, my friend. Take it easy.
Dinner
Nice
time.
one, mate.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just going to
Yeah,
log off
many
and
more to
come back
come, and
again.
then-
I'll be on later in the week talking about Pitbull, see what else happens. I want to thank everybody. SGTA, Palos, Johnny Blaze, Morb DC, John Blaze again, T Swoof, the haters, even the hater that came in, Hawker, everybody, man, Mars Boxeo, keeping it lit, keeping it live, delay all day. Man, everybody, thank you. Hit the like. You guys got to hit the like, man. Don't be afraid to hit the like. Please help a brother out. We'll be back to cook. A lot more news to come. Remember, boxing will never leave you. But Frank Bay is going to for today. Peace.